Rajkumar Kamble was born on January 4, 1954 in Karnal Bagh, Nagpur, Maharashtra state of India. Later he shifted his house at Srinagar, Nagpur. A fearless visionary, Raju Kamble, as he was known more popularly, was a towering Ambedkarite who was relentless in his commitment to take forward the caravan of justice for all oppressed castes. Raju Kamble was the glue that bound all international Ambedkarites together. His magnetic personality, erudite and cultured demeanor, selflessness, infallible commitment towards the oppressed class people, and last but not the least, tremendous Ambedkarite knowledge that electrified Mool Nivasi movement. Right, it is a testimony to Raju Kamble's unparalleled contribution to our struggle that he never retreated from the battle to end caste apartheid, but rather brought the movement to the globe, inspiring NRI's Ambedkarites for decades to unite and forge into a formidable force outside India. This also includes the seed he sowed for promoting Buddhism as a facet of India's heritage and creating a global culture platform for Ambedkarites. Training, Raju Kamble was a successful chemical engineer who did his BTech in Chemical Engineering from LIT Nagpur and a postgraduate degree in Chemical Engineering from IISc Bangalore, India in 1978. After getting a coveted government job at Engineers India Limited, a public sector company in Delhi, he knocked the doors of well-paid SC, ST, OBC officers. As well, went to Bastis to organize a poor working class people. Kane says at the EIL, he was instrumental in forming SC, ST Employees Welfare Association. Later he attended many meetings to resolve problems of SC, ST employees. He also used to attend functions at Buddha Vihar, Calcutta. This shows Raju Kamble's tireless work in meeting new people and promoting Buddhism. AIM was created to contribute to the process of overall development of the suffering untouchables, tribals, Buddhists, OBCs, whose population in India is more than 250 million. It also aimed to create a sense of identity and also to regain the loss due to the 2000-year-old caste-based exploitation and oppression human personality. AIM made pay back to the society as its governing principle of philosophy operation. It was his belief that oppressed people of the diaspora had powerful responsibility to pay back to the society and remain committed to Ambedkar's vision wherever they are in the world. This commitment, rooted in love for all Ambedkarite people, helped AIM grow its international impact for the love. He organized several international Dr. Ambedkar conventions, beginning in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia 1998 and 2011, and Paris, France 2014, and an upcoming convention in Japan 2018, for which his work was in full swing. The first ever Mool Nivasi International Conference was organized through Ambedkar International Mission in October 1998 in Kuala Lumpur by Mr. Rajkumar Kamble and his colleagues. This conference was attended by Dr. K.R. Narayanan, Mayawati, Kanshiram, Ramvilas Paswan, and he was also instrumental in setting up an annual Dr. Ambedkar Memorial Lecture at Columbia University, the alma mater of Dr. Ambedkar from 2009, in collaboration with South Asia Institute Barnard College, Columbia University. He also organized in 2013 an international conference at Barnard College, Columbia University, New York, to commemorate 100 years of arrival of Dr. Ambedkar to Columbia University in 1913. A landmark turning point in the liberation of untouchables in India. These efforts also included Dr. Ambedkar Memorial Lectures through Canada, most notably at the University of Calgary. He also worked closely with international Buddhists to host a groundbreaking international Buddhist conference in Nagpur that helped connect international Buddhists from around the world. Finally, his last jewel in his cap was the international conference at Barnard College, Columbia University, to commemorate 125th birth anniversary of Dr. Ambedkar. A milestone event in 2016 that still continues to impact Ambedkarites today. He chaired a panel on caste discrimination among Indian diaspora in USA, Canada. Presented a paper in this panel on caste discrimination history in UK and setting up equality law in UK at Brandeis University. Organized a global conferences and seminars on the issue of caste and untouchability. Many universities in the West witnessed a growing awareness of Ambedkarite discourse when a singular ideology of Brahmanical elements was dominant. Be it in the Ambedkar chair in Columbia, the installation of the statues and portraits of Ambedkar in London, or organizing protests at the United Nations against the Indian government of atrocities against Dalits. Kamble was at the forefront of these efforts. He was critical of some recently monetized SC/ST movements in the diaspora that stressed issues unrelated to the movement. The NGOization of the movements stood in the way of creating a robust, critical mass of audience that would eventually join the movement as a sincere cadre abroad. But he was instrumental in organizing various events in India. He continuously organized various international conventions and started giving literary awards to promote the Mool Nivasi personalities working in literary field. Dr. Ambedkar International Mission Literary Award was organized at New Delhi in 2001. Dr. Ambedkar International Mission Literary Award 2006 was held at Madhya Pradesh Urdu Academy Hall, Bhopal on Saturday 22nd December 2007. First literary award prize was of around Rs 25,000. AIM International Convention was also organized at B.M. Birla Science Center Auditorium, Hyderabad on Saturday 12th and Sunday 13th December 2009. This was the 10th AIM International Mission Literary Award distribution program. The event also witnessed delegate session and cultural evening. Throughout all of this work, Raju Kamble, with his exemplifying mentorship, connected SC, ST, OBCs of all nationalities to cultivate a global network of Ambedkarite movement. His hospitality was legendary, and there was never a gathering too far or time too inconvenient for him to create any opportunities for the Ambedkarite community. He was so committed to his life and writing of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar that he kept a supply of his books and would ship them anywhere in the world so that Ambedkar's words would travel the world. In addition to AIM, he mentored and lifted up leaders from many other Ambedkarite organizations including, but not limited to, Nagloka, Ambedkar Association of North America, Ambedkar Buddhist Association of Texas, Ambedkar International Center, Equality Lab Friends for India's Education, International Commission on Dalit Human Rights, Ambedkar King Study Circle, India Solidarity Network, Boston Study Group, and Federation of Ambedkarite and Buddhist Organization UK. Witness to the post-Ambedkar India, Kamble firmly believed in nurturing the next generation. He regularly visited educational institutes to support and encourage Dalit students by distributing books and organizing talks. Many students in the audience who eventually went abroad became leaders of Ambedkarite international organizations in countries they settled in. The caste-based identity struggle could not adequately find favorable attention in the history of Indian diaspora. Therefore, when we come to understand the issue of global caste-based struggle, we find the lacunae of past 200 years is filled by contemporary Ambedkarite movements, which was spearheaded by Kamble. As we consider the impossible world where we must continue forward in this work without Rajkumar Kamble, we want to honor and remember how his legacy lives on in all of us. His unfortunate and untimely demise on 16th August 2018 in Vancouver leaves a huge void in our moment. He breathed his last at 2:10 am. But we should keep him in our thoughts and draw motivation from his life and continue to strive in taking Baba Saheb's caravan further as a fitting tribute to him and his values which he instilled in many of us as a mentor. Kamble was a general of the International Ambedkarite Army and aligned the cause of Ambedkarism with other social justice movements. As a result, the African American, the Burkumin, the South Asian downtrodden, as well as the progressive Indian diaspora were his allies. He had resolved to begin the movement in Africa too. After Baba Saheb Ambedkar and N. Sivaraj, Kamble was the formidable name who put the Mool Nivasi struggle on the world map. Love and gratitude, the global Ambedkarite community salute him and his timeless example. He is survived by his wife Nanda and two daughters, Prachi and Shelly. His work is due in no small parts to the enormous love, compassion and faith of these incredible women. His and his family personal sacrifices have ensured that the Ambedkarite movement outside India has blossomed over the years, and in his memory we will continue to grow it until we indeed see the end of caste apartheid once and for all. In honor of this tremendous man and his remarkable family, we offer them our deepest respect and gratitude, wishing them only love and peace as we hold them all in our thoughts in this very difficult time. Raju Kamble has left behind a carefully crafted international SC/ST OBC movement. His story needs to be recorded and it needs to be told. His work stands as an inspiration to not only SC, ST, OBC activists but other parallel movements in the world which desperately seek an international audience.